Deep relationships require vulnerability, honesty, and sometimes difficult conversations. Stoicism teaches that we should not avoid discomfort but embrace it as a path to growth. Seneca advised, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This applies to relationships too. Instead of avoiding tough conversations about feelings, misunderstandings, or boundaries, face them with courage. If you're afraid of opening up, remind yourself that discomfort is temporary, but deeper connection lasts. If you need to set a boundary, do it with calmness and clarity, rather than fear. If a friend or partner challenges you, view it as an opportunity to learn rather than a threat. By embracing discomfort, you cultivate trust, respect, and growth in your relationships. The more you practice this, the more resilient and authentic your connections will become. Stoicism teaches that our actions should align with our values. If you want meaningful relationships, you must embody the qualities you seek in others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This means, if you value honesty, be honest. If you seek loyalty, be loyal. If you want kindness, show kindness first. People are naturally drawn to those who live with integrity. When your words match your actions, you become a person others trust and respect. Instead of trying to impress or manipulate relationships, focus on being genuinely virtuous. Relationships built on authenticity last, while those based on pretense fade. By living your values, you not only deepen your connections but also attract like-minded people who appreciate you for who you truly are. The Stoics weren't just philosophers, they were masters of human connection. By practicing deep listening, mastering emotions, focusing on what you control, embracing discomfort, and living by your values, you create relationships built on trust, depth, and authenticity. Next time you engage with someone, one of the most powerful ways to build meaningful connections is through deep listening. The Stoics believed in being fully present in the moment, and that applies to conversations as well. When you engage with someone, don't just wait for your turn to speak, truly listen. Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This means focusing on the speaker without forming your response in your mind. Ask thoughtful questions. Pay attention to their emotions. By listening deeply, you make others feel valued, respected, and understood. And when people feel heard, they naturally open up, leading to stronger bonds. So, the next time you talk to a friend or loved one, slow down. Instead of jumping to advice or responses, simply be there, engaged in the present moment. That's the Stoic way of forging deeper human connections. Emotions are a natural part of human relationships, but reacting impulsively can damage connections. The Stoics taught that while we can't control what happens, we can control how we respond. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This means instead of reacting in anger, frustration, or defensiveness, take a moment to pause. For example, if a friend says something that upsets you, instead of lashing out, ask yourself, is this worth damaging the relationship over? Could I be misinterpreting their words? How would a wise person respond? By mastering emotional control, you create space for patience, understanding, and trust, qualities that strengthen relationships. The next time emotions rise, practice the Stoic method, take a deep breath, pause, and choose your response wisely. A key Stoic principle is to differentiate between what's in our control and what isn't. In relationships, we often stress over how others behave, how they perceive us, or whether they reciprocate our efforts. But Stoics remind us that we only control our own actions, thoughts, and attitudes. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This means that much of our relationship stress comes from overthinking things beyond our control. Instead of worrying about how someone might respond to you, focus on being the best version of yourself, kind, patient, and present.